Ndị be anyị ekenekwanụ m unu ọzọ. Igbo mụrụ nze m ọzọ, daalụ niile nke unu si na-esoro anyị ya na-eme n'ụbọchị nke taa. Ụmụ Chineke, tata bụkwa ụbọchị nke abalị nke isii nke ọnwa Jenụwarị 2024. Dịka isi kwuo nkwa, anyị ga-ewetara unu ife anyị na-akpọ morning tea n'ilu akwụkwọ gbasịta maka ife na-eme n'ala Igbo, gbasịta maka okwu dịgasị a na-ekwu gbasịta maka ala Igbo. Dịka o si dị, ya wetara unu ụbọchị nke taa bụ dịka si bụ na morning tea ka anyị na-akpọ ya. Ife a bụ broadcast Biafra Prime Minister bụ Maazị Simon Ekpa. O nwere ife o were igwe anyị dị Igbo ụmụ Biafra, so anyị si na ga-eti iru na ya bụ ife mkwa sọsọ na nkwa kwuru na ga na-ewetara na ya bụ update daily na ụbọchị ọbụla. So mma achọkwa unu Igbo mana ege ntụkwu unu ga ya bụ ife unu ga-esia ya na drop comment unu gbasịta maka ife iche gbasịta maka ya bụ ife ndị a niile Biafra Prime Minister kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ. All right, over to you, sir.
Talking about gun laws now, we focus more on getting our freedom. Everybody that is in Biafra land will have the right to engage in whatever sports they want to engage in. If you want to be a shooter, if you want to have a hobby of shooting, you are going to own a gun when you become a member of a shooting club. And then from there, the kind of weapon that you are going to have will be regulated in accordance with international laws, especially part of the European Union. So we are going to make sure that when you talk about gun is when you don't have security. The kind of weapon when you don't have, I don't know who is making this noise. When you don't have security, is when you talk about international laws. Can you threat from neighboring countries? If you have trust in your security, you will not be talking about having a gun to protect yourself. That's where I'm coming from. So first of all, we'll make sure that our security are up to date and very good to go at any point in time. We have learned from what happened to others. And at the same time, you may have a right to own a gun. But like I said, having a right to own a gun may come from different contexts. Maybe in the context of just as a hobby, shooting, and then you own a gun. It may be on from the context of being a hunter. You have the right to own a specific gun. So for now, we are not looking at giving gun right just like go to the street and buy a gun to everybody, because we want the Biafra security to take charge of the protection of life and properties of Biafra people and seal our borders. That's the most important thing. Once we put everything in place, you don't need a gun as an individual to protect yourself. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister.
Please, if I bring you into the room and you unmute yourself, it's going to disqualify you. Please keep yourself muted until you are given the microphone, please. This name, Petra Faithful Ministries. Mute yourself. If you unmute yourself again, I'm going to remove you, please. All right, take the microphone. EKPA. EKPA, please take the microphone.
Good evening, everybody, and good evening, my Prime Minister. So approaching to the recognition of Biafra, there are certain things we need to be on board. This is require the flag which will be flying, and also our boundary map. I just want to ask you a question: when are we going to have our official flag, which you will launch, and also a boundary, which we also will launch? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I like that question. And let me ask you, what motivated you to ask me this question? ECK, Biafra.
Yeah, I want me to, because I know that as a former military man, we defend our territorial integrity and also defend our flag. And flag is our column. And I go, before we have a country, because people who will be around us want to know Biafra, have to know this is Biafra. When you talk about Biafra, first have to come about the Biafra is the map and its flag.
Okay, I'm not very, pleased with the answer you have given. There is something I know that something motivated you to ask this question, especially on the flag. So I want to know whether we are thinking the same way. So don't you have flag? I see your profile here, you have Biafra flag. Why are you telling me about Biafra flag?
That flag we have two flags now, so we don't know which one is which one. The one the one you flag, the one you put on post whenever you are doing state of national address is different from the one I have over here. So in that case now, we don't know which one is the real flag now. We need to have a one particular flag. That's what I'm asking for.
Okay, so which one is what is the difference between the two?
The first one they have I'll call it a Star of Fairy, which is called Star of David, and second one I have here is not there.
Okay, thank you very much. And you know that the Star of David on the flag was announced by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You're aware of that, right?
Yeah, I'm aware of that, yeah, of course.
Okay, thank you. Now, that is not even the reason I was interested in asking you why you asked the question. The reason I wanted to know why you asked the question, your answer is different. But let me give a clue to Biafra people. If you look at the Biafra flag today, it represents Arab nation. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, but why?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear from you, but I didn't hear it.
That's all right. No worries there.
So, and when you asked that question, I was like, let me know whether somebody know or think what I'm thinking. The Biafra flag you see today represents the color of Arab nation. And most of the African countries' flag represent Arab nation. This is what many people don't know. So if we are talking about flag, we may have a different flag entirely, completely different color of flag. But we have not come to that point. In the declaration or the declaration of the restoration of Biafra, we may have a different flag of Biafra. Reason being that this particular flag you see today represents Arab color. And I want people to go to Google and Google Arab flag. And you're going to see this flag here. It is maybe during the time of the Biafra declaration, there was not much research and awareness, and like I said, there are a lot of mistakes that were made, which we are correcting today. And we correct those mistakes from scratch to the end. So flag is the next thing we are coming. And I want you to look at some of the countries that are using a different flag that is different from Arab flag. For example, Liberia. Liberia have a different flag. Bazonia have a different flag. But you see this red, black, green, it represents Arab. So this is another breaking information that I'm passing to Biafrans today. So you may be expecting a new flag of Biafra during our declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra. Whatever we declare now is what the world will recognize, not what has happened in the past. That's why we are changing a lot of things to make sure we get things right. Thank you very much for that question. And then the second one you asked was, what was it again?
It was about the map of Biafra.
Okay. The map of Biafra is also, we are sealing it. As you all can see, the state is increasing. And so before the declaration of the restoration of independence state of Biafra, which is going to happen in Finland here after the voting of self-referendum, we will present our map to the world and defend it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my PM. ECK, I'm sure you are satisfied with that. Thank you very much for bringing that engaging question. Please take the microphone, Solomon Rich. Please, go ahead, please. Solomon Rich, are you there? Your hand is up. Solomon Rich seems not to be hearing me.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Why are you wasting time? Please go ahead, please.
Sorry. I was just trying to unmute my mic. Yeah, my question goes like this. But we see a lot of roadblock in Biafra lands and military checking points. My question goes like this: how long are we going to sustain those military checking points, obstructing our people going from our daily business? That's just my question.
You don't think about how to sustain your people going to their daily business when you are at war. The military checkpoint, the military checkpoint, in other words, is a declaration of war.
Yeah.
So what you should be thinking about or asking about is how we can dismantle them. Make sure we neutralize all of them one after the other. That is the question, not how our people can be going to work. You don't go to work when people have declared war against you. So the military checkpoint you see there is war. And that's why in 2024, our focus is going to be nothing other than where those people coming to the military checkpoint are coming from. Their barracks, their bases is what we're going to start engaging from this year. And our target is to make sure we neutralize and weaken every Nigeria Islamic security apparatus within Biafra land. That's where we are now. It is called revolution. Revolution. A very bloody and ruthless one is coming this year. Thank you.
Thank you, PM Solomon. Thank you for bringing up that question. Please take the microphone now. Please, Christy was. How do you pronounce this? Please take the microphone, please. Christy was. Can you take the microphone, please? Are you there?
Okay, good evening, my PM. My question is based on what you answered now. If we have a Sabo now and the Sabo was contributing to the struggle, are we, and let me say the Sabo was contributing to the struggle, and then he has a certificate of the money he has contributed, does it mean that we are still going to, and he's working against the struggle secretly, does it mean that we are still going to give him a full citizen of Biafra? That was my question. Thank you.
If he was contributing and we have declared Biafra and we are talking about citizenship, who cares what he did? It means that he was contributing and his contribution has helped to get Biafra, and his Sabo did not work. Because if his Sabo worked, you will not be talking about his citizenship. So if the person is contributing and doing Sabo, it is his business. His Sabo did not work, and we have gotten Biafra. So we are not going to go back and start looking at who was sabotaging when we were fighting for our independence. We don't have that time. Well, we have our time for innovation, development, and moving forward to make sure we meet the promise we made the Biafra people, building Dubai of Biafra within 5 years. I want to inform you that the company that we build our cities are already intact. Thank you for that.
Okay, thank you, Christy. You're welcome. Thank you. Otuma Mwanya, please take the microphone.
Yes, good evening, great man, the PM. Good evening, sir. And good evening, great Biafrans. Quick one. My question is the late Buhari or Jubril, he called us, he said that we are a dot in a circle, sir. And as it stands now, I don't know if you can explain more. Are we still that dot in a circle? Thank you, sir.
We were never dot in a circle. Not even now that we are expanding our territory, and there is no going back. If not that Katsina is somewhere, I would put the Biafra Liberation Army in Katsina. They would drag them into Biafra too. Aswahaku. Yes. So we are not dot in a circle, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you. All right, we move. Please, Ami Nandeze, please take the microphone very quickly.
Right, I'm here. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, my Prime Minister. I am very, very excited getting all these reports, and I thank God for everything. I have 2 questions. One of my questions has been answered partly, and then the other one hasn't been asked. Number one, the one that hasn't been asked, I want to ask, or maybe a contribution. About our alliance with Ambazonia. I have some Ambazonian brothers that I work with. We are work here in the USA, and then we've been talking and rubbing minds together. And they said, which also last time I had to call the African rep to inform PM about making sure, telling Mr. Cho Ayaba to be very, very vigilant about infiltrators in their group, because I learned that they are doing it a lot. So that's what I'm trying to contribute to let our PM know, and he knows how he's going to handle it with so that's not to avoid risking the lives of our this gallant men. And then number 2 question has been answered partly.
Sorry. When you say risking the life of our gallant men, how?
I mean those maybe those infiltrators from the Ambazonian side, for them not to like maybe set up our people, because from what we heard, some of them are doing. They said a lot of stuff, even worse than what is happening in Biafra land. Some of them will go and change their uniform. Some even I learned that some army will go, and some of the Cameroonian army will come back as if they've discharged, they joined their own army, and they are there working against, and they're setting them up and all those stuff. So these are some of the things I'm suggesting that you know how you're going to handle it, and let's
Tell those people, don't even need to come and report this stuff. Tell those people that Cho Ayaba is equal to the tax to handle those issues. And people do think a lot. You people think a lot. How can you people just sit down and be thinking how people are infiltrating? You can never do the freedom fighting without infiltrators. It is the ability to handle it that defines who you are. And that's what we have done in Biafra. We have been able to handle Sabo very well. That's why you don't see them killing any Biafra army. I have challenged them to bring one evidence of them capturing any Biafra Liberation Army. Every day, they said they have captured ESN. Every day, they said they have captured IPOB. Every day. Why are they not mentioning capturing Biafra Liberation Army? Because they can never go close to us. And those people who are thinking that they are inside our men to sabotage them, believe me, before you open your mouth or make a move, the Biafra land have swallowed you. We don't give a space for any Sabo. So those people concerned about Sabo should be more interested in how they will support Cho Ayaba if they are from Ambazonia financially, because in Ambazonia they have the IPOB Cameroon there, just the way we have IPOB Nigeria. So they should be more interested in supporting Ayaba than than discussing about security they know nothing about. They are not in the security of Ambazonia. Why are they discussing security? Why are they advising Cho Ayaba, who is handling the security of Ambazonia, how to handle it? So I just call these kind of things gossips. And honestly, in Biafra, I don't give people chance to talk about even the security, about this one is doing this. So I don't give that particular opportunity for somebody to advise me. You are not in a position to advise me about security. You are not in the security. You are not in what we are doing. So you cannot be outside and telling me what is happening. You cannot have that particular intel more than we do. So ask your second question, please. And just tell those people to support Cho Ayaba financially, not stay in America and gossiping. Thank you.
Yes, my second question is about the database. Like, that these Fulanis, they are really so, because the other day I was in the Twitter space, I think with our Twitter space, I noticed that day they were talking and discussing about who are the Hausas, who are the the middle belt people. And I noticed that many Fulanis came and disguised like as though they were there. But it's true that what they were saying, that I saw that they were really Fulanis, because they were still talking about living Nigeria for them and those stuff. So, but now, so that shows that they are always looking for, Fulanis are just looking for, they are not resting. Now, about this database thing, if I'm asking our people that are back home, because since the pictures and other stuff that you mentioned about identification is going to be there, what about our people at home? I hope they won't. Is there no way? Is that how are they going to be protected if they we include them in the database? And so that's my question for those our people at home being maybe registering in the database.
What do you mean protect? Or how? What do you mean
Like
protecting
the
them?
people knowing their faces and then going back to go maybe point at them and attacking them at home and all those stuff about their safety.
Which people knowing their faces?
In the database, that's what I'm asking.
So who will go to the database to know their faces?
Well, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to be like, I'm not trying to about the Fulanis that like they are not resting, because it's like taking out food from their mouth. That's what they are seeing this BIAFRA movement or liberation is. So they are not resting. They are looking for one. So nobody knows. They might use any means or the other to get.
Where do you live?
I live in the US.
Do you have access to database in the US?
I don't.
So why do you think other people will have database to Biafra database, access to the Biafra database?
Okay. All right.
No, answer me now. It is a government database. How can you come here and start talking about faces of the people? So this question you ask you now should address it. That's why we should always use our common sense. Database is a government database that are only accessible by a specified individual who are high-rank officers in the Biafra government on a specific role. So it is not database is something that you don't just come and give access to people. Apart from that, who is not a Biafra now? If they want to kill everybody now, everybody sitting at home have voted for Biafra. So why are they not killing everybody? Or don't you think that in the every Monday that Onitsha market is locking up, don't you know that it's already a referendum voting for Biafra? When the governor threatened all the people, including government workers, to come to work, they refused to go. Don't you know they are loyal to the Biafra government? Have they killed them? It is just synonymous to the database of Biafra. They can't kill everybody at the same time, my people. There is something you can do and there is something you cannot do, no matter how evil you are. But, however, our main priority is to protect Biafra people. Database is completely confidential and secured, being handled by one of the world's best verification company. So nobody will have access to Biafra database. It is a government database for crying out loud. Thank you.
Thank you, my PM. So I don't know whether some people are thinking that we don't have ISAP and Tami in Biafra. What we have are Omochineke. And even with their ISAP and Tami, they don't even have they don't have electricity to even be able to have a database, talk less of whatever. So we are rugged and we are impenetrable. Thank you, my PM. Please, Reverend God, take the microphone.
Good evening from here, my Honorable Prime Minister and all the members of Biafra Republic government in Ezra and the federal government. We are very, very happy and glad with you people. In short, even the broadcast you made yesterday, 1st January 2024, we are all happy and glad. Please, what I want to ask.
Bastamaka ya bife chitakwa na ya iya ino no bosi nketa bu fina akpọ money nti n'ime akwụkwọ una nugo ne Biafran prime minister bụ kasi dị iche bastamaka ihe dia and the development to exist, the next development to exist Biafran from Nigeria. So kefi wode ki kuno din ke bastamaka ya bife kabaro ke drop ora here on the comment section below. I was at the Kibiabu Chetakoni Yabqa Eastern News 24 Kasi when I would tell you no Kemba. That no munem one can be no mebo.